You have very strong that or whatever that is
It's
like
a,
a clap.
it's a, it's like from the back of your tongue. Like imagine this is your tongue, and you put this next to your like your palate, and you open slightly, and you can breathe on it.
Ay, cabrón, no. Oh, fuck.
I don't breathe it. Actually, I don't breathe on this because I breathe on. It's like kind of the technique of Dubravko, kind of. Attention all personnel. This is not.
Sí,
I'm a
sí, sí.
puller. The
And that's why it's difficult for me. I'm a pusher. Ah, la mames.
yeah.
Ah,
This box it does the trick, but it doesn't.
no
Anyway,
mames. Chingón.
but maybe one day we can. I don't know. Gather some people, or I'll do something personal for you. But if you have some people that would like on that side of the world that would like a little tutorial or whatever,
You know,
bring it on. And
yeah.
even in Spanish, I could try. I could try.
See,
Just writing down is the fucked up thing.
and how do you, living in Portugal? It's like very crazy. How many languages do you speak?
Me, I
Yeah,
speak Portuguese. I speak French, Spanish, and English, and that's it. Yeah, for
French.
language. Yeah, French. Because the thing is in Portugal, if you travel around, this is the thing. Like other Latin countries, if you go to Spain, nobody speaks nothing besides Spanish. Nothing besides Spanish. In France, the same. And Italy, the same, but in the north, if you go more to Torino, Milano, places where they have more commercial wise, not the touristic part, the commercial wise, where they produce like fabrics, fashion design, whatever, they speak pretty much good English. But here in Portugal, like we depend a lot on tourism, and we had a lot. Like just to sum it up, we had fascism until not so long ago.
Uh-huh.
So we depended a lot on income from England, France. France because of the wine, England because of colony exploitation and everything. So in general, and we don't dub the movies. Like movies come with the original language, like Simpsons, everything. Like we're used to subtitles.
Okay, okay.
So the sound is there, and in school until the seventh grade you have English and French.
Ah,
That's the
cabrón.
thing. Yeah. So for us in general, we speak English, and French is easy because of the language. But I needed a girlfriend. It was because of when I was going to France because of the Tjridoo and concert and this. I met someone and it was really nice, and I learned French because of her.
Oh, so awesome. That's crazy. I learned English not because I like it, because over here Tijuana it's like isolated of the rest of the republic.
Okay.
If you see the map, it's Tijuana, Baja California State,
Yeah.
and then it's another little city. It calls San Luis Rio Colorado, and then it's a very big gap of Sonora Desert. It's like more than 500 kilometers of desert. There is
Wow.
nothing.
Wow.
We are more close to the north over there, San,
Mm-hmm.
San Diego, California. And back in the 90s, there was no Spanish programming in the TV. In back in the 90s, it was no SAP. That
That helps.
ponle en español. Ah, no, no, es que es en inglés. No, ponle en español. No, back in the days, I saw the first episode of Pokemon in English. My mom says that I was like it
Like
turned.
exactly, because when you're a kid you start like jamming with the word, even the songs. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
nowadays I remember like how I used to sing some songs as a kid. Dude, I was making up words like shit, dude. It was amazing. I was really creative. Yeah, but that definitely helps. Like if you don't dub movie, like from experience, I really see the difference between at least Portugal and Spain. Like it's not that they're dumber or whatever. The thing is, I think we're more prepared to learn our other language, at least to learn them. You know,
Yeah, it's so awesome. In speaking these four languages,
languages.
oh fuck!
Languages on the didgeridoo. Have you thought about it?
How
We
did
spoke about
how did these four languages helped you with the didgeridoo playing? For me,
okay.
English and Spanish helps a lot, but I also try to do some phrases in Nahuatl and Purépecha, like Popocatépetl, 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 Iztaccíhuatl.
Of
Or
course.
this one, try to repeat. Parangaracutirimícuaro.
Parangarakutirimícuaro.
I almost got it at first.
Parangara. Dale.
Parangaracutirimícuaro.
Parangarakutirimícuaro.
Fuck!
Like that's the thing. Like I think Portuguese we use a lot the language, the tongue and like if you contrast like the Portuguese, the Italian, the French, and the Spanish, these four Latin languages, the Portuguese, I feel the Portuguese uses more the like the r, the teranga, like that's those sound like nye, like joão, like these nasal sounds.
Mhm.
It's every day we use it every day all the time. So those it's kind of easy for us a bit
It-
like to play
like
around with those accents and
the,
those articulations. So
the Portuguese. Você parla português?
eu falo português.
Eu falo
That's
português.
Brazilian. Você fala português?
Eu
That's
você.
Brazilian.
How's the difference between Brazilian and Portuguese?
Okay, so they open a lot the vowels,
Ah,
and no, it's like a I, and it's kind of singed. I reckon it's like we explored a lot Africa, and we were basically one of the first countries sending Africans as slaves and everything. So
yeah.
Brazil is is full, like there is a rich African culture there, and you can feel it in the music, in the language, especially in the language and the music, and also the Brazilians, the Italians. Like there's a huge influence from Italian, which is more saying "la ciao, come sta?" So the Brazilian is a slow, like they can be fast, but I feel it's slower because
Mhm.
we eat a lot the word, so it's more like então rapaz, tá tudo bem, não sei o quê. Oi, como está? Tá tudo bem, né? Like they sing more, and it's more kind of Italian feeling. That's what I reckon.
And how did these four languages back in the didgeridoo
Okay.
helped you to the didgeridoo playing, or you
Well,
it
for
has in influence on your playing?
like that's something that we were talking about a second ago before the interview, and I really would like to like it's a thing that
Mhm.
I talk about with other ditch players and everything. So basically, give me just a second here.
Sí, sí, sí.
Basically, because I speak English well, it was really easy for me, let's say, to at least to get information, because most of the information about at least playing and constructing is in English. Come on. And
Sí.
then the French, like because I already had it in school, it really helped when I figured out which style, and now I'm gonna step into that direction, which
Mhm.
style I wanted to play, because I feel that we Portuguese and some areas, like some Spanish player, maybe the Latins, because your accent is different than the traditional Spanish, let's say.
Uh-huh.
I feel that we tend more to go like if you think about, let's say, established styles, like for example, Many people call this the French style, the wobbles and the like
Mhm.
this Gautier, like which is amazing. They met Alan Dargin and Ash Dargin, I think, and they brought the double jaw breathing and created the wobble. Anyway, and I found, as I was saying in the beginning, like when I was listening to Rudy and to Zalem the first times, I was like, dude, this is the approach I want. But it was only after developing playing and the articulation that you see that, okay, I'm more inclined to this, because the way you speak, the way you articulate, as we were trying back in a second, influences a lot, like your breaks, your style. Like I don't know, like I feel like the more Northern European you are, the more punchy and aggressive you are. Also, the time signatures, they tend to go into sevens, nines, for example, 13s, which is cultural for them. Like,
Mhm.
for example, the French have the waltz. Like they're used to like it's threes, one, two, three, 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 one, two, three. Like, for
Taran,
example,
taran,
like
taran.
yeah,
More.
like for example,
Sí, sí.
you have this amazing player from Spain, two amazing players out of the bunch, but two
Sí.
of them that brought bulerias, like the flamenco style, like 12 time signature, 12 by 4 time
Ah,
signature.
cabrón.
Iban Nicolai and also Tomas Carro, big up. Those two motherfuckers, like they brought their own, like their own thing, like Ondrej. Ondrej, when I met Ondrej, was amazing because like I was already playing, I was already studying the instrument and styles and this and that. And
Sí.
when I saw the first video, he was trying out the Chad Butler, if I believe,
Ujú.
like it was ridiculous. I was like, what the hell is this? Like is this like this is not the didgeridoo? Like what the fuck is he doing? Like it was amazing. It was like the sensation was ridiculous. It was really cool. And he basically stood several years without playing, without knowing he was playing didgeridoo, but developing a style within time signatures and with motives that are. And he talks about this in his music and everything. Like it's from where he's from, and this is how he speaks,
Ah,
and it's
huevo.
amazing.
Sí,
And
claro.
only after several years of playing, and again the maturity you get after you know your own body, your own limitation, your own way you want to play, how you want to do things. It's when you discover like these things, like okay, these guys that are from more Northern Europe, they have this style. They're more punch. Italians, they tend to go more to that style. Still here with the wobbles and everything. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Not U.S. They're doing amazing, like Dan Flynn, William Thorin. Now, for example, we were talking about an amazing, like, because nowadays it's difficult, and this is another part of my life, and maybe because the didgeridoo world is not so big in Mexico, and maybe you've never been victim of this, but for a long time I was playing didge, and people were like, "Ah, you're like a copycat of Zalem, or you're a copycat of Gautier," and it was kind of hard because I was studying it, trying out my own shit, but people
Ajá.
were already identifying. And nowadays, I think after a while, like people know this is a thing. Like it's a consequence of the niche, like there's a world to be explored. And nowadays you have figures like William Goldschmidt bringing singing, beautiful melodies and being musical with an instrument. Like Dan Flynn, like everyone has their own beautiful color, and to add to the palette, and that's the amazing thing.
These dudes discovered things on the didgeridoo, and they are like for us. It's like a guitar player. Who was the first motherfucker who started to do in the guitar and not play
Exactly,
like
like
medieval guitar players? And now everybody like, and then who started to play like Andy McKee, like Antoine Dufour, Ewan
Jimmy
Dobson.
Page, whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of
It's
course.
this other fingering style, John Gom, that play percussion in string guitaring in shit.
But the
And
world needs those dudes so the game can evolve.
yeah, the
Like,
didgeridoo.
dude,
It's
I
almost
don't want to. In the Didge world, like as I said, like you have styles, and the styles are, in my opinion, for sure yours. Like the styles are influenced from where you're from. Like this is a fact, and 10 years ago or 20 years ago, for me, this is my opinion. In France, the level was already like yeah, the UK was already doing it for a long time,
uh-huh.
but not as efficient. Like I felt that technically or musically, it evolved more in France due to these figures like Kelou, Rudy, Gauthier, that were influenced by other people. Like
Yes.
Iceful Beatbox was probably one of the first. Dude, I actually met the dude. He came to Lisbon. You know this guy?
No, who?
Iceful Didgeridoo. Check it out. There's a video of the. I think he's
I
French. Yeah, he's French.
I
Eyes
oh
full, eyes full. Didgeridoo. He's got a video playing in Amsterdam. Check it out, bro. Like it's really really old, man. And dude, he influenced so many people. And you see, like you don't even know the dude. And
never heard of him.
like, and you do beatbox on your did you do like motherfucker, like a pro.
First of all, I don't have nothing against beatboxers, but
Mhm.
I don't do beatboxing.
Exactly, exactly. Like I like it, but the level right now, I cannot even scratch the surface, dude.
I
Like,
don't do it. I don't do it. When people think that I'm doing like bass playing because my didgeridoo has a very low trumpet, I play a 16 of a note of the toot and it sounds like a bass drum.
of
Like I'm
course,
doing
yeah, but
and it
okay.
sounds like
Sorry to cut you. I talk a lot, bro. I'm sorry.
see
Sorry
no
to cut you.
no no pel.
That for me is like I probably do more beatbox, but like these snares they come from beatbox. Like that's definitely like come on. But this is a fact. I was never into hip hop when I was a kid. I was really rock head, like punk. Then when I went to like started like calming down, reggae was always there since I was a kid, like my dad and everything. But always in a rock groove, like Peter Tosh, and so hip hop. And I liked it, like some good music, like Portishead, whatever, like some good musicians. There are so many talented ones, but the thing is, it was never a thing. And when I saw the potential of adding beatbox to the ditch, was amazing. But what I was doing was I called it ditchbox, like beatbox to play the didgeridoo. Like that was how I saw things. And as soon as you put like a like you're just wobbling and instead of a toot, for example. People used to say, "Oh no, that's horrible. That's beatbox," and I was like, "Dude, that's not beatbox. That's just putting a ch."
That's
Like
not
Dubravko, like these. You had these purists, like you had to play either trad or either something directly deviated from traditional. And dude, I love trad playing. I love
I
it.
had I made a meme. I made a meme that the more dense materials in the no the heaviest, but it's in Spanish. I don't think that the heaviest or the dense materials or things in the universe, the neutron stars, the sun,
Okay.
the planets, balanda players that it's like only play traditional.
Exactly, dude. I
What?
respect I
I,
respect it, dude. I really do, and I
yeah,
love it. I really do. And sometimes I play it. Sometimes when I'm in my car and You've seen it at Ditch to Ditch. There was one Ditch to Ditch. I don't know who was it. They gave me a yidaki to play it, dude. Anyway, like my style is not made for yidaki, so I grabbed the yidaki and I was like, but dude, for me and from my experience of meeting Aborigines and people that been there and everything, if you if you really mimic a traditional song, please be aware of the background of that song because you can be playing the funeral song of the mother of the another dude. Like it could be offensive, you know. So like you have these how do you say these approaches, the double jaw breathe, the drill drill drill, like the toots,
Sí,
the types of scream, everything like
cartón.
from tribe to tribe, whatever. Like it's a world, but
Mhm.
if you want to play a song, try to at least. This is my advice, not to you, but to the world. Like
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
humbly, from what I know, from what people told me, like it could be risky to copy a song. You know, like
Uh-huh.
create your own, but be fully aware of what the elements that you're adding mean. Okay,
Exactly. It's
just
like if some stupid son of a gun tried to make my national anthem in any uh, place, like whatever, or it changed something in the lyrics, it will be offensive. It's the same thing.
exactly.
It's the same thing.
It can be more personal. You know, it can be even
Yeah,
more personal.
exactly, exactly. Like
Dude,
it. Uh-huh.
no, no, go on. I was gonna introduce you to someone. Maybe you know the guy, but he's close by to you,
There
and
is
he was
okay. There is a video of a dude on Jidaki story. It was translated from Log Martin, that it says that John Lu people that Jidaki is a gift for Balanda. So Balanda can be Balanda and express like a Balanda, not try to be
not
like John.
Yolngu. Exactly, exactly.
Exactly. That's the main point. And yes, you can practice to kind of do the traditional, but
And respect, give homage to the instrument. You know, like
be aware that the phrases, the patterns, the all that stuff, it's s-
meaningful. Yeah,
meaningful for them.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly,
And
exactly.
some phrases like imagine if you put a drill drill ta- drill drill da- like imagine when you're constructing your phrase like some this is composition like most of my music comes from jamming like I'm jamming oh fuck this is cool and I repeat and repeat and then sometimes if I'm lucky I write it down and okay and I start like adding pieces those pieces added together sometimes that's what I was meant like you can play them separately but be aware of what they are and if connected what they can be the thing is I met aborigine people but I met a guy a
Hmm.
balanda
Hmm.
in France actually but he lives in Texas and he's originally from Iran if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken
Hmm.
big up to Omid man the guy
Oh,
is a freaking
well,
artist amazing and he's such a beautiful person dude like he's like let me really quick let me tell you about the story it was a Hevla Borijan I went I wasn't gonna play it was really cool because uh, people saw me at the door and they were like no dude and you're gonna stay and you're gonna camp here and they gave me like one of the best tents near the artist and everything it was really cool anyway there was a morning I woke up and he arrived like he was really next to me and he didn't play he didn't say who he was and didn't say nobody he was really hey good morning blah blah he had a beautiful english in france it's hard to find anyway and the guy like I woke up I drank some water ate some shit drank like I don't like to play after eating like it's a
uh-huh.
thing
Sí, sí.
mouth and digest anyway so I clenched my mouth whatever and I started playing and the guy was like dude you're amazing like I love how you do beatbox and this and that. And I was like, oh, okay. And I showed him a couple of things, but dude, he was such a listener. Like he was really, and I was like, okay, this guy probably is a dancer. He's something not related to the didgeridoo, like whatever. Like he was really eager to learn. So, in my point of view, and from people I know, like it's rarer. And in this community, there's a lot of people like this. Anyway, due to weight, I wasn't expecting. When we went down and blah blah, I was in the stands trying out some digit. Dude, I listened to the most amazing trad playing ever. Dude, it was the guy. It was the dude. It was Omid. Like, oh my god, like what do you want to learn from me? Like, what the hell do you want to learn from me? Like, you play like, dude, I would risk say like a Guru Wooey. Like, he's amazing. Like, he's really like if you close your eyes, you're really and he's there. Like the textures, like he really does it. And he was actually one of the people that told me, dude, be aware because this is elements of nature. Like what I play is like the dribbles in the water, like the stones, the birds in the sky. Like he creates his own patterns through the language that he learned with the Aborigines. I think that's a really interesting a person that you should have on your podcast, on your interviews. He will be rich for sure. Like his experiences,
You
besides being a beautiful person.
you have to watch my first podcast.
Is it with him? Fuck, dude, I'm sorry. I'm gonna
Te
watch
vas
it. I'm gonna watch it for sure. It's amazing. Awesome,
pinche
awesome.
vato. No, but no worries, no worries. Right now is with you 34, 34. Yeah, I think
I'm the
you are.
34th,
Yes,
dude.
yes.
Not only for me, but for the people listening. Where can we find all the?
In my YouTube channel, there is a playlist. I'm
Okay,
when I'm uploading the videos, I se me lo
automatic.
automatically put the video on the playlist. So no,
Awesome, awesome.
yes, and it's an awesome person, and yes, it's so awesome that he makes the even that he has a name on the Yonlu tribe because he was
Yeah,
like adopted.
he
He
was there,
does
dude.
he
I really.
doesn't play the Aboriginal songs. He makes his own patterns, his own with the
Like
nature.
it's their language. He uses their language to create his own pattern. That's
It's not.
exactly it. That's exactly it. Like it's a bit what I do. Like for instance, like I've been playing a lot. Like also from that conversation, I was saying like people literally tell no, that's a copy cut of Zalem or that's a copy cut of Gautier or whatever. Like it's hard sometimes to come up with new thing because they really explored everything in this style. So one day I was driving and I listened to this like some years ago. I listened to this song from Kendrick Lamar. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble.
Mhm.
And this like I,
Es bien puta la verga.
nowadays this is my comfortable zone, but it was really because it wasn't so long ago and I was missing like this discovery, this like new sounds and new grooves, and it was kind of in the same style but with a
Mhm.
different approach, with a different, and it's cool. Like I remember back in the day, Ditch to Ditch was amazing for you. Like every year, I was progressing. Like it was ridiculous because you go there and you see so many people like you, like me, like really fans of the instrument, and everyone has their own color, everyone has their own trick, and you dig from everyone. Like even Hudi, for example, he was playing like his approaches, like even using flutes and everything. Like it was amazing. It was amazing.
Yes, and
And
this thing about the that you sound like this, you sound like that. I have this also because they always relate me with William Thorne. Like I'm always asking him, and all I'm every single time I'm like this. Nah, that fucker has a very busy time, and I barely talk to him. I,
I
he
know, I know.
he doesn't want to make an interview because he quit the didgeridoo for a while. So
But dude, he's
told me
playing
that
like. He's playing a lot, man. Like, when was it? I was with him not so long ago.
Yeah, I knew, I knew.
He came to my place, dude. He's playing a lot. Like, all another thing, like he was also influenced by the Frenchies. Like there was a period of his time. He was living in Lyon, the city of the where Gautier was living there, and it's the
Uh-huh.
same city of where wow, you Jazzy Julien has his workshop and where he lives. So he added wobbles to his playing, and dude, wobbles and drop octave, like
You see,
mixing stuff from 100. Like nowadays, like he's one of like nerding out. He's one of my favorite. Like how would I say this? Like technically, more like he's got it all. Like he can play like anyone, and
it's
it's a
like,
bit like if you know all the colors, it's easier for you to compose. In my opinion, like if you know not to mimic, but at least understand how he. It's a curiosity of mine. I
mhm,
like because sometimes you don't need to know the how and focus more on the why, like the motive. But
exactly.
my motive is I want to express myself. Like this is a way of speaking, you know, like as we were saying, accents, whatever, like where you come from. It's a way of speaking. It's a language, and you need to know how to like as you asked, the more languages I speak, the easier was for me to get information and to reach out to other people. And introducing this translating this to the digital, the more techniques you can understand, at least how to do, like which part of your body, which part of your tongue is producing that sound in your own creation, you'll be like, and this is just a dude. Contemporary didgeridoo, if you think about it, has like what 30 years, 25. Contemporary, not like
I think less than that.
25 at least. I play for like 2008. I played for like 16 years. Like it's like there was already a world before I started playing. So
I mean,
anyway,
it was not a big world. It was a little bit world because it was only in Europe.
mostly yeah.
Yeah, mostly in Europe because I this guy, I Stephen Kent. I thought he,
Stephen Kent, yeah, yeah.
I thought
I
he
never
was
met the dude. I think
I thought he was from the US, but no, he's from the UK, and he started to play. He recorded a CD,
right.
professional one, in '88. I was 3 years old.
88.
Yeah,
Wow. I wasn't born yet.
yeah. So that's fucking crazy. So yeah, it was only over there. There was a few players.
Yeah,
It was in UK, Germany, France, and it was growing over there in Europe. But then
yeah.
it jumped the Atlantic, and for
I
say
think it was mostly due to Andrej. Like Andrej, when he went there, like it was a big thing. Like even for them, I don't reckon that the level was as good as when Andrej was there because like he had what Chad Butler
uh,
mostly as a maker, but
we
the level I'm talking about the level, you know, like
see,
because even here in Europe, you had UK, you had like my opinion and my knowledge. For
sí,
sure,
sí.
there's more, but back in 2007, 8, let's say, UK, you had Jonathan Coop. In
Mhm,
France, I'm not gonna go to France yet. So in Germany, you had the guys from Analog Birds
mhm,
and German. I don't know more. Spain was really big. Like they had a big festival called Ebort. It was
okay.
really big, and you had Marcus Andreu, Ivan Nicolai, Carlo Catano was spreading out. Carlo is my neighbor, dude. He's from Canary Island, And dude, I love his musicality. Like what he brought to the like. I do flutes on the beatbox because of that dude. Like many people, like Koji, many people thought, I do flutes because of you. Nah, dude. Carlo Catano was the first dude I saw playing a flute on a didgeridoo because he plays ney flute
That's
on the
what
same.
you took my words from my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that son of a gun, it's so awesome.
His
Uh,
style, like, is really rich. He's really
it's
like
very crazy, that guy, because it's a Spanish dude, but
from the
it
islands.
is very influenced on the Middle East music.
Yes, yes.
So
And
crazy.
if I'm not mistaken, he's got a musician background, like he plays other instruments,
Mhm.
and that helps, dude. Like
Yeah, the